past magnolias in bloom, rain-polished cobblestones, and a shop with pearly glass. A baker folded aprons as the bell sang down the lane. I stood there with my suitcase, like I'd been expecting all my life. At the end of the tram line, I found your town. At the end of the tram line, my feet slowed down. Bell by bell I heard a welcome, soft as rain on stone. At the end of the tram line, I was not alone. Women at the corner market carried bread and paper wrap. Boys were chasing yellow petals past the clock on the square. A man tipped his cap to me like we shared a quiet secret, and every window held a little gold inside the pane. At the end of the tram line, I found your town. At the end of the tram line, my feet slowed down. Bell by bell I heard a welcome, soft as rain on stone. At the end of the tram line, I was not alone. There was a dress on a line, turning pink in the breeze. There was your laugh in the dusk. Before I knew your name, I followed the scent of blossoms to a gate half open wide. And I learned that coming home can feel like first arriving. At the end of the tram line, I found your town. At the end of the tram line, my feet slowed down. Bell by bell I heard a welcome, soft as rain on stone. At the end of the tram line, I was not alone. scuffs the platform stones. Ticket folded in my hand. Faint cologne and cotton smoke over this quiet promised land. Tram bell rings a distant chime, number painted emerald cream, magnolia in the drifting light, like someone painted out a dream. Faces framed in amber glass, softly turning as we pass. Every stranger wears a secret, like a ribbon on their coat. Magnolia trams at dusk carry my heart through the blossom and dust. Every slow turn, every gentle stop says stay a while, stay a while. I came alone on a borrowed spring, found a town that hums like a hidden string, and I breathe it in as the windows sing on these magnolia trams at dusk. Cobblestones beneath my feet, shops with painted wooden signs, laughing children chasing leaves in the last of the lilac shine. Old men sharing folded news, women tying scarves in blue, every smile a quiet story, like they're saving me a place too. Church clock shakes the fading sky, softest echo low and shy. I'm a stranger in a doorway, but it feels like I've been known. Magnolia trams at dusk carry my heart through the blossom and dust. Every slow turn, every gentle stop says stay a while, stay a while. I came alone on a borrowed spring, found a town that hums like a hidden string, and I breathe it in as the windows sing on these magnolia trams at dusk. Soft china clinks, steam curls and lifts, morning on porcelain lips. He stirs his cup, eyes on the door, heart staying carefully shut. Cafe tables before noon, sugar spoons and secret moons. We sit so close, yet out of tune, hiding storms in gentle sips, silent stories on our lips. Cafe tables before newspapers shake, hands almost shake, lines that he'll never say. She laughs too light, gloves in her lap, smiling the questions away.
What a lovely afternoon for coffee.
Cafe
Yes, the magnolias are beautiful this year.
Before noon, sugar spoons and secret moons. We sit so close, yet out of tune. Hiding storms in gentle sips, silent stories on our lips.
Yes, it truly does.
Cafe
A perfect evening for coffee.
The town seems so much older when
Cafe tables before
It certainly puts things in perspective, doesn't it?
Outside the blossoms lean and listen, petals lean against the glass. Inside our glances brush, then glisten, then drift like smoke, then pass. Cafe tables before noon, sugar spoons and secret moons. We sit so close, yet out of tune. Hiding storms in gentle sips, silent stories on our lips. Cafe tables before noon.
He folds the tickets like little paper secrets, clicks his punch once, eyes drift down the aisle. Rain on the window smears a tired skyline. He counts the sleepers and stays a quiet mile. The conductor never interrupts. He just walks the length of the night. Coats and collars, crooked ties, in the soft compartment light. He knows who's leaving, who returns, who's lost and who pretends. But the conductor never interrupts. He only sees them to the end. A girl with flowers wilting in her handbag, lipstick faded, letter in her shoe. Two old lovers sharing one newspaper, hands brush briefly, look the other way too. The conductor never interrupts.
What courage.
He just walks the length of the
the night. Coats and collars, crooked ties, in the soft compartment light. He knows who's leaving, who'll return, who's lost and who pretends. But the conductor never interrupts. He only sees them to the end. He's read 1,000 faces, heard 1,000 muffled names. In the glass his own reflection smiles and never quite explains. Every sigh that fogs the pain, every child who will not sleep, he carries them like timetables filed somewhere deep. The conductor never interrupts. He just walks the length of the night. Coats and collars, crooked ties, in the soft compartment light. He knows who's leaving, who'll return, who's lost and who pretends. But the conductor never interrupts. He only sees them to the end. Two seats by the window, tickets on my knee. Her coat sleeve finds my elbow, like it's meant to be. Street names fade in silver, shops go soft and small. Your breath on the glass now, writing nothing there at all. So we ride side by side, let the city slide away. Every stop, every start keeps on giving me delay. All this space in a shoulder's width, all this wish I'd never show. Two seats by the window, how I hope you never know. You're smiling, the reflection, half of you and half of me. Lights blink over doorways, blur into a gentle sea. Your knee just grazes my knee. You don't move it back. My heart holds its suitcase, waiting on a different track. So we ride side by side, let the city slide away. Every stop, every start keeps on giving me
spoke, the spell might scatter, fall between the turning wheels. So I fold my words like tickets, hide them where the silence feels. You lean closer at a corner, say my name so soft, so low, and then stare out through our mirror at a world we barely know. So we ride side by side, let the city slide away. Every stop, every start steals the words I meant to say. All this space in a shoulder's width, all this wish I never showed. 2 seats by the window is the closest I can go.
She folded her gloves, set them down by the spoon, checked the door twice, like someone might come through soon. Steam on the glass, fogging the afternoon. 1 sugar cube never quite dissolved. She stirred the tea too long. Porcelain trembled in her hand. Eyes on a chair that never met her gaze. Round and round and round, like she could turn back what went wrong. Oh, everyone saw just a woman with teeth, but I saw the love that had already gone. Her lipstick print faint on the rim, smile half drawn, then it fell back in. Coat on the hook, hat on the empty seat, waiting made formal by the way she crossed her feet. She stirred the tea too long. Porcelain trembled in her hand. Eyes on a chair that never met her gaze. Round and round and round, as if the clock might sing his song. Oh, everyone saw just a woman with teeth, but I saw a heart trying to stay strong. The waiter asked refill, she only shook her head, guarding that cooling cup like something sacred, something dead. If he walked in right now, would she taste it sweet again? Or would she finally set the spoon to rest instead? She stirred the tea too long. Porcelain trembled in her hand. blowing steam on café glass. Chairs turned out to meet the day. Newspapers fold, the spoons all pass through quiet hands that drift away. You stir your cup, count passing cars. I trace the map of cracks and tar. Same old jokes in the waiter's smile, but something leans beyond this smile. Bells beyond the tram line ring, past the square where children swing, over roofs and washing lines. There is more than our design. Bells beyond the tram line call, down the steps and garden walls. Life is moving soft unseen, past the borders of our little routine. Balconies with shirts half dried, faces watching life slide by. Vines that climb the window frame carry whispers I can't name. A tram door sighs, you touch my wrist, hide your heart in faded lists. Tickets change, a practiced laugh, while something burns beneath the chaff. Bells beyond the tram line ring, past the stalls and copper string, through the shutters over wine. There is more than your hand in mine. Bells, bells beyond the tram line call, through a courtyard, down a hall. Life is turning bright, discreet, in the footsteps fading down the street. Maybe it's a letter sent to some far-off continent, maybe just a choice not made, a song that never leaves the shade.
Не остаются садриско по сакситачи,
Bells beyond the tram line ring, as the pigeons flare and fling, light along your smiling eyes. All the words I compromise. Bells beyond the tram line call, through the tram stop, through it all. Life is widening, small and slow, in this town that thinks it knows us so. You drain your cup, the tram arrives. We rise and yet we stay inside. One more street, one more incline, beneath the bells beyond the tram line. Smoke still hanging in the lamplight, her chair pressed back against the wall. Someone's laughter spilling sideways, I don't hear a thing at all. You raise your glass and catch me staring. Hold that moment, hold it fast. Hold conversations in a heartbeat, sliding past. We only spoke in glances, across the room, across the years, saying everything in silence. You were the question in my tears. Every look a promise. We were too afraid to name. We only spoke in glances, and I was burning just the same. Your hand resting on the table, finger tracing little rings. He leans in and tells a story. You just listen, never blink. Then your eyes come back to meet me. Soft apology, soft plea, like you're reaching from a distance. Only I can see. We only spoke in glances, across the noise, across the night, trading secrets in a heartbeat, in every stolen shot of light. Every look a promise. We were both too proud to claim. We only spoke in glances, walked away with all that flame. How many lives did we live in the pause before you turned? How many words went unspoken till the edges of them burned? If I dared to break the quiet, would the spell have come undone? Or were we only ever perfect while we stayed on our tongues? We only spoke in glances, across the years, across the room. You still live inside that moment, in a corner steeped in bloom. Every look a promise that my body can't forget. We only spoke in glances, and that's the language that won't let me forget. streetlights smear and slide. Chairs stacked in the window, late crowd drifting outside. Steam on the silver spoon.
What a lovely afternoon for coffee.
Lipstick on a chip
Yes, the
white
magnolias are beautiful this year.
cup. Your chair's staying empty while this coffee cools me up. Rain on the cafe glass, world fading into gray. But every drop that's falling brings you back in sharper
The evening light is
shade.
beautiful tonight. It feels like
You
spring.
walked out years
it really
ago, yet
perfect
here
evening
you
for
sit
coffee.
so
Town
near.
seems so much older when you look at it
Lonely
this way.
feels a
It certainly
little
puts things in
softer
perspective, doesn't it?
every time it's raining here. Coat on the back of my chair, like you just stepped away, trading your laugh for the hush of closing time ashtrays. Sugar packets torn in half, old habits I can't quit. I talk to your reflection in the glass and try to sip through it. Rain on the cafe glass, world fading into gray. But every drop that's falling brings you back in sharper shades. You walked out years ago, yet here you sit so near. Lonely feels a little softer every time it's raining here. Waiter flips the open sign, turns the dimmer down. I tell him just one more to keep your ghost around. Rain on the cafe glass, world fading into gray. But every drop that's falling brings you back in sharper shades. You walked out years ago, still I keep this corner clear. For the way the night gets warmer every time it's raining here. Soft rain on the cobblestones, one coat in the closing mist. I still hear your careful laugh in the echo I almost missed. The florist pulls his shutters down, same tired joke he used to say. And not like you are by my side, then watch your shadow slip away. Every step is saying your old word, every turn is something that I heard. The street kept your name
In the tram bell sigh at midnight, I still turn, still expect you there. The street kept your name on all the corners where we'd wait. It's on my lips when I go home, but the door just whispers late. Your chair by the cafe glass still turned to the passing crowd. Steam curls from a single cup, like you're talking soft, not loud. Our stop by the rusted sign. I stand where your suitcase stood. Let the timetable blur and fade, like your promise of we could. Every seat is saving you a place. Every light draws your outline, your face. The street kept your name in crooked chalk on old brick walls. In the slow glow over rooftops, in the stray cat's mournful calls. The street kept your name in all the words we meant to say. It hums along under my breath as the night pulls you away. I try new roads, change my walk, change my hour, but every alley folds back to you, to that first flower. Your fragrance in the stairwell, your laughter in the rain. I moved your pictures from my room, but this whole town still remains. The street kept your name in every doorway I walk past, in the quiet after closing, where our footsteps used to last. The street kept your name, and though the letters start to fade, it's carved in me the same old way. In every turn I never made. You hung your coat on the chair by the window. Tea in your hands, but the steam barely rose. You asked about nothing, I answered the same. Two actors who stayed after ending the play. After the magnolia fell, we kept walking that street anyway, careful with each little step, like the branches might still give us shade. Beauty after its peak, love after its moment After the magnolia fell, the photograph curves in a too sunny frame. Colors once shouting, now whispering names. You straighten the edges, then leave it askew, like you're leaving a trace of the person I knew. After the magnolia fell, we kept setting 2 plates out each night, talking of errands and mail, not the ache that sits just out of sight. Beauty after its peak, love after its moment, I can tell. No storm, no slam doorbell, just quiet after the magnolia fell. I thought we'd break like glass, shatter sharp and bright, but we faded like the curtains, losing color into light. It's the softest kind of sorrow when you almost can't recall how it felt to be in blossom, how it felt to risk a fall. After the magnolia fell, we still water that patch of ground, talking of weather and work, while we trace where petals once were found. Beauty after its peak, love after its moment, still we dwell in a tender, tired spell, so quiet after the magnolia fell. The day hung heavy on my shoulders low. I took the long way, let the tires roll slow, past bakery windows and the corner store sign. Home through the quiet lights, home through the quiet lights. I'm finally alright, I'm coming in tonight. Home through the quiet lights,
Home through the quiet lights.
a lamp on the porch had a golden glow. The town kept breathing in the hush below. A dog on the side train far away, and every small shadow had less to say. Home through the quiet lights, home through the quiet lights. I'm finally alright. I'm coming in tonight. Home through the quiet lights.
Home through the quiet lights.
I wore my worry like an overcoat, but the road grew kinder with each mile I rode. If the heart is tired, it can still come through, and the dark grows softer when it's welcome to. Home through the quiet lights, home through the quiet lights. I'm finally alright. I'm coming in tonight. Home through the quiet lights. So let the hallway shine, let the kettle wait. I'll bring back the evening, and I'm not too late. Home through the quiet light. At last I read